Hey loves, so I'm back with another video. This is my stepsister Gabrielle, and today I'm going to be doing her makeup. I'm going to be doing a ballerina inspired look. So let's jump right into this tutorial. So first I'm going to be taking my NYX Pore Filler Primer, and I'm just going to dot it all over her face, and then I'm going to go in with a flat foundation brush, and I'm going to work that into her skin. Excuse my nails, but now we're gonna go into priming the eyelids, and I'm just taking some NYX HD Concealer for that. You can use any concealer or any eyeshadow primer that you like. It doesn't really matter. Now I'm going to take the 35B palette from Morphe, and I've been wanting this palette forever. And every time I went to go buy it, it was always sold out. Like, I went to go try to buy this palette like 10 times, and it was always sold out. But I finally caught it while it wasn't sold out. So first we took that white shade, and then we set the eyelids, and now we're taking that pink shade. This shade is very pale, so you got to use a generous amount of it. But it does add like a nice flush of color to the eyes. And we're just going to work that all over the crease, bringing it up to her eyebrows, setting up the transition shade. And now we're going in with this beautiful bright pink, and we're working that right into her crease. And then we're going to be blending it upwards into the first shade that we put down. And then now I'm going back into the first shade, and I'm just blending it right at the edges of that darker pink, so they can meet each other and gradually fade into each other. And then what you just saw me doing now was winging out the eyeshadow a bit so I can create a wing with the cut crease. And now I am cutting the crease. I'm actually using a lip brush for this. It's more like, ideally it's better to use like a flat concealer brush or something, because you get more space to, with the brush takes up more space on the eye, and it makes it quicker. And I just feel like the lip brush is just a lot more precise, so that's why I'm using that. And then I'm going to clean up the edges with just a little bit of cream on a cotton swab, and I'm just going to wipe that right underneath that wing just to sharpen it and clean up the edges. Now we're going in with this beautiful, it's like a fairy dust pink. That's what I think of when I look of it, fairy dust. And I'm going to put that right where we just placed the concealer. I did not set it, but I did pick it up on my brush, and then I sprayed some Mara Badescu setting spray on it. And I'm using a really small precise brush for this, so we can really make sure that the color goes into that cut crease nicely and not messily. And now I'm going in with the NYX body glitter. Yes, this is body glitter. It's not eye glitter. So if you do use it on your eyes, it does burn a little bit until it dries. And I'm just going to be tracing the cut crease with that to add a really nice little pop. So now for some color correcting, I'm just going to put this green color corrector right over a pimple that she had. I put it on the pimple, and then I let it thicken up a bit so it could have better coverage, and then I patted it in just with my finger, and then I brung some around her nostrils because she also had some redness right there. Now we're taking this Tarte Amazonian clay, I don't know what it's called, but I know it's a Tarte Amazonian clay foundation, and this is hers, so I'm not too familiar with this product. I don't really, it does work really nicely on her skin. I've never tried it on my skin, but I'm just applying that onto the skin with a flat foundation brush. And then after I apply it onto the skin, I'm going to go in with a stippling brush, and I'm going to blend it into the skin in circular motions. Now I'm just going in with the Beauty Blender to make sure that any streaks that may have been left on the foundation get blended out. That is not cute. We do not want streaky foundation. So then now I'm going to go in with that same NYX concealer that we used to prime her eyes, and I'm going to use that underneath her eyes in a triangular shape, and then I'm going to bring it down her nose, put it up the center of her forehead, and put it in the middle of her chin. I'm also going to put just a tiny bit around her nostrils so we can add a little extra coverage. And I'm again using my beauty blender to blend that out. Now to set underneath her eyes and everywhere we just put that concealer, I'm going in with what used to be a highlight and contour duo, but it is now just a highlight shade. And yeah, I'm just taking that underneath her eyes, everywhere where we put that concealer. And you got to make sure to blend out the crease first. If your concealer did crease, you got to make sure to blend that out and then set it, or it won't look cute. And then now I'm going in with the It Cosmetics CC Plus. Everything's going to be linked down below. And I'm taking a big fluffy blending brush, and I'm just setting her whole entire face with that. Lightly setting her whole entire face with that. So now I'm going in with the Anastasia dual-sided brush. This came with one of her palettes, and I'm just taking the same two shades that we used in the crease, and I'm going to bring it underneath her lash line. For some lower lash mascara, I'm just going to go in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. I really think it's so satisfying to watch the transformation from when you have no lash mascara, no bottom lash mascara, to having bottom lash mascara. And speaking of lashes, the eyelashes that she has on her eyes right now cannot be bought at the stores. They can only be done by me. I'm going to be linking my lash page in the info bar below if you guys would like to book any appointments with me. And for contour now, I'm just adding some dimensions to her face. I'm not doing anything too crazy. I'm just taking the LA Girl I Heart Makeup contour palette, and I'm again just adding a little dimension to her face. Nothing too crazy. Now for the lips. I'm going in with the NYX lip liner in the shade Natural. And then for the lipstick shade, I'm going to be going in with a MAC lipstick in the shade Candy Yum Yum. Looking back on it, I wish I picked a different shade. I feel like it would have looked better if I picked a different shade, but I was just going crazy with all these pinks. Like, I don't know, I got carried away, and I don't think it looks that bad. I just think it would have looked a lot prettier with, like, a nude lip gloss. But, you know, what are you gonna do? So, yes, I took that and I put that on her lips. Now for the last step, I'm just going to set her face before I put on this highlighter so that highlighter could pop. Of course, I'm using the Laura Geller Gilded Honey, but did I really have to say that? Excuse the piece of eyelash that was on it. It wouldn't be me if one of my makeup things didn't have a piece of eyelash on it, but or a corner of eyelash, whatever you want to call it, the end of an eyelash. But yes, we are done with this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it.